here we are with Justin, and he's going to show us his deck profile. What place did you get?
I got 3rd place at the Conway Regional on Sunday, playing 60 card Danger Orcust with Gren Maju.
All right, now let's get into this.
Okay, so first the 3 Gren Maju.
The Heart and Soul.
The Heart and Soul. I actually OTK'd with him about 3 times the whole tournament, which is more than I thought I would, playing 60 cards. But with so many draw spells in this deck, you kind of see him pretty often. Next, we got the 3 Gizmek, just Gren Maju food and Orcust combo stuff. You send it with Nightmare and pretty much beef up your Gren Maju real quick if you wanted to, or just extend. 3 Phantasme, the only hand trap in the deck, in the main deck, and I saw it a lot, quite a bit. And if they weren't playing, any linked decks, you know, I played Subterror and Madolche. They never played any links, but it's just a lure target. Came up a lot.
All right.
It's a little janky, but it's
got
cool.
3 Danger Bigfoot.
I don't know if blinds.
A lot of the time, he's just a target for trade-in. You can just, you pop face-up cards, and if you ever do summon him, he's a big beater, and he's rank 8, so he's level 8, so you can hard make a Dingirsu if you wanted to, if you can't get to your Orcust combo stuff. You make him Gizmek or Danger Thunderbird, which I also played 3 of. Hit back row with it before you even start your combos. Just trade it in or dump it off a Mothman or something.
So, quick note. I've noticed that a lot of people don't like doing 3 and 3 of Bigfoot and Thunderbird. How did you feel about doing 3 and 3 of those?
It never bricked on me. If anything, it just cleared the board because this is OTK. So if I do summon it, great. If I dump one, it's just a free pop. Just to clear the board and make way for either Gren Maju or Orcust stuff.
So basically just keep it simple.
Yeah, just keep it simple. And it worked really well. And since you're playing trade-in, you want to see rank 8s a lot. Or level 8s a lot. So it comes up. And especially when you do these, trade-in's not once per turn. Trade-in's not once per turn, so you can just dump one, draw 2, and then keep extending. Keep drawing pretty much. 2 Nessie, 2 Jackalope, and 2 Tsuchinoko. Just
the best dangers.
Just the best dangers, and Jackalope. A lot of the time, I just special summon one of the level 8s.
To make your rank 8.
To rank 8. And it's so that was the best. This one was just to extend to make it curious. Mothman to dump Orcust cards to the grave. And 2 Chupacabra to special summon the big beater dangers just to try to push for game. And now we get into the Orcust stuff. Played 3 Nightmare, 3 Harp, and 2 Skeleton. With the Nightmares, most of the time, this deck draws a lot, and you see a lot of your Orcust cards. It's really easy just to danger most of them out of your hand, and then Orcust Nightmare send to Gizmek, and just banish, feed Gren Maju, extend.
So I don't get the field spell?
Okay.
Sucks
that's the hard
that just
part.
got hit. But
we can talk about that at the end.
We'll talk about that. And then a lot of people might consider this a brick at 3. But I'll tell you.
I didn't know you were doing that.
You send, this is an orchestrated return target. It's an allure target if you need it to be. It is a trade-in target. So it's just, if you see this card, you're just drawing. If you see this and one of your draw spells, you're drawing. And another good thing about this is if you have 2 in hand, you think it might be a brick, but if you send one to the grave, its effect is you get a special summon a World Legacy card from your hand. So you just special summon a level 8 from your hand, and it just extends to make your rank 8s if you want.
Okay.
So pretty nice. It was never a brick, actually.
Really?
Really, it never bricked, and even if you see 2, don't, and even if you danger one to the grave and trade in one to the grave, it's just extension later on. So the graveyard was stacked by the end of it. So if I wasn't able to OTK first turn, or my first turn, then I've got a ton of plays for the next turn.
All right. So how many monsters is that?
That is 27 monsters. I think 20. Could be. No, it's 36 monsters.
Okay.
36 monsters.
All right.
And 27 spells. It was 60 cards total. Next, on to the spell cards. 3 Pot of Desires.
Oh, you can set that down over there.
Just also Gren Maju food and draw 2. 60 cards.
Thank you very much.
You're not going to usually hit anything that you need for a combo. And if you do want to get your Babble and stuff out, you do that first and then Pot of Desires later. But just to extend.
It's just kind of like a win more.
It's just win more at that point. And really, I saw this not as often as I wanted to. I probably saw this 3 times the whole tournament, and I saw this a lot. Like I said, trade and discard level 8, draw 2, bunch of level 8s in here. Gizmek, World 1, 2 sets of dangers.
Yeah.
So you're drawing. Not once per turn. Orchestrated return. I set this off of Galatea a lot, just because Babel wasn't going to do me any good, because I was trying to OTK, so I didn't really need to set up a Babel. So I just usually set this and send an extra card to the graveyard and draw. Another good thing about this card is if you get Mystic Mind, you can easily just make all your cards into an Orcust monster and orchestrate a return your monster off the field, and your Mystic Mind's dead. So so I never needed any spell or trap removal, and I did get Mystic Mind. Allure of Darkness.
Standard.
It's good because you Allure of Darkness any of your Orcust monsters, and then you trade in your World Wand, and then you can just start Orcust combos and stuff off of that, and all while drawing. So it's really good.
Free plus.
Free plus.
Well, there's no point to play Buffalo.
3 Mind Control, Power Spell. A lot of games I draw into 2 of them. No joke, drew into 2 of them. I draw this a lot. Probably played this every single game. I saw it every single game.
All right.
And against Guru came in clutch. I had it in my opening hand both games.
It's not.
3 Super Poly. I think I used this one time to steal my opponent's monsters to make my own, but a lot of the times I just get rid of 2 monsters and during the battle phase and an extra attack with 2800. So pretty good. Pretty good. 2 Babble just in case I banished one off of a Pot of Desires or a Gizmek.
Just to ensure you always had it.
Just to ensure I always had it, just in case. And never really needed it too bad. And I always went second. I think someone made me go first one time. So it came up. I actually see both of them in hands a lot. I just played 2 for insurance. I played. We'll start with these ones. Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial one-offs.
Both good extenders.
Both good extenders. This one I saw a lot. This one not so much, but I saw Monster Reborn all the time. So against a Gren Maju, it was against another Gren Maju deck. I opened 2 Mind Controls and a Monster Reborn, and it was broken. He just after I took his monster twice. Took his monsters twice, and then Monster Reborn Mind from the grave. He just you got it. So
Power cards.
Then I had 59 cards, and I just needed 1 more. I couldn't figure out what to play, and so just in case, I put some spell and trap removal in here with a Cosmic Cyclone. Never saw it. Just in case I went against Orcust and they had a Babel, and I saw this 1 card in a 60-card deck. I played 1 of them, and I never saw it the entire tournament, ever. And then the 1 trap, Orcust Crescendo. I think I said it one time when they made me go first. I said it one time and I never saw it. And then when I needed it during the one game I lost against Sound Ring, I forgot that I had sided it out because I was going second.
Oh.
And I made Galatea effect,
3 Resonator and 3 searches, right?
looking for that Orcust crescendo and couldn't find it. Forgot I'd sided it out and lost both games on that one.
Literally, me and Buddy
Yeah,
bullshit on the phone,
that was
and then
terrible.
me and Buddy grabbed
Rough.
the to make it happen. And then
Now on to
showed up
the
to see how consistent
extra
that
deck.
was first off. But you can also add
played one Appaloosa, made it one time, and it was
fire.
clutch.
Oh.
Really good. Made
He's like
Bear
that
keyboard
one guy you
blocker,
met
I
one
think
time, you don't
twice.
remember his name again.
Really?
There might be a
really
situation
didn't come in
I'm not saying
that
play
much
both,
of
but
handy
I'm
just
saying
because
add it back.
I danger most of the stuff out of my hand or trade in or orchestrated return. So just when I really needed it, I used it.
You want to see it? Like I said, that's the most awesome.
Okay.
But it didn't really come up that much. I never used IP Masquerena.
I mean, that's
Never
pretty
used
dumb.
it.
You go.
But she's so great.
I know she's on the mat and everything, but I never went into her. It's more of a going first to set up for the next turn, and
Yeah,
it's
he
just not
opened 3
it's just not
spells.
a big enough beefy
he plays 3
monster for
spells.
me.
And it's really not what you want to do anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're all different.
And
Alright.
I'd always end up with if I did anything, I'd always end up with a Link monster and Xyz monster. So I can't ever make her with that. And
So with that said, did you ever think about cutting it out and replacing it with something else?
well, I thought they'd make me go first, and if they did, I would have gone into it. But yeah, I could have cut it out and put
can't
something
remember what
different
bird it was,
in.
man.
Could have put geez, I should have put Topologic Trisbane in. Because if anything, at the end of the turn, I can make a Trisbane, set my spells and traps, and then during the next turn, Gizmek and destroy all spells and
Just to
traps,
burn 'em?
and just to burn them for that last little bit of damage. Because I mean, this deck does a lot of damage. It's got some big monsters in it, and so that's what I probably should have put in there.
Okay.
Phoenix and Unicorn. I made Phoenix one time against the Salomon Great player, and I regret doing it because he Pyro Phoenixed it. Pyro Phoenix reincarnated, targeted my Nightmare Phoenix and burned me for 1900, and I had 1600 life points left. So it was a bad choice to play, and I didn't even need to. I just could, so I made it, and I wish I didn't.
Okay.
I just finished my
The
order,
Curious,
man. You guys-
just if I never see any Orcust monsters, it's just an easy way. Use 3 dangers and dump Orcust, start the combo.
Yeah, with dangers it's free.
Yep, and you might mill into a Gizmek or something like that, and just extend even further. Topologic Zeroboros, I think I made it twice. I mean, it's Gren Maju pretty much, except it's got a better effect, but I never used the secondary effect. It's just a big monster.
No onions on it.
Okay, so don't laugh at this one, but I put this in there as a little tech option, little Pentastag.
Ah, piercing damage.
Piercing damage, just in case they get a Gizmek on field or something, and I can't do that last bit of damage. I'd make a Pentastag, summon Gren Maju underneath it. That was the idea. Never happened.
Oh.
It never happened. I always cleared the board with Dingus anyway. So
Patty melt.
got the 2 Galatea.
Okay.
Fries with it this time.
You know that deal with the 1 long Girsu. Came up a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
it was good even to just Symbol Skeleton this out just to point to their Link monsters.
So you can get rid of it
Just
if
so
you needed to.
Exactly, and that actually came up quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I actually use it probably at least twice, which is pretty good. 2 Dingirsu, shoutouts to Douglas Spicer for letting me borrow his his 1 copy, and I only had 1, so that I needed that. I needed that. Thanks,
No,
guys.
I did. I glanced through it.
Amazing card.
We just need to
That's
see
all I
what
can
the
say.
meta's going to become, and then we can see what
And then my
tank
two
cards
super
like
poly
the
targets.
stuff like
Never made this, but I've been playing Gren Maju for a couple months now, and Super Poly, I usually play a bunch of Super Poly targets, and this has come in handy a lot. So I just thought I'd stick it in there just for insurance purposes. But, this guy just pushes for game. If you've got a Super Poly in hand, make it during the battle phase and attack for game.
Yeah, because everything's already dark. So.
Everything's already dark, and you can only summon darks, so
But I think the name of the card
Makes sense.
So it came up quite a bit because you draw into a lot of cards that you sometimes don't even need with your draw spells. So sometimes 2 super polys, so might as well use them.
So, odd question. Did you ever activate the Super Poly just to discard something out of your hand, or did that never really come up?
It never really came up. Never really came up. I'd usually wait until the battle phase and then try to use it then.
Makes sense.
But there's so many ways to get the cards out of your hand that you don't need. If I needed to dump something, I'd usually make a barricade board blocker. I mean, and I didn't even make it that often. But
And this,
that's what I do. And or most of my stuff got hit off of dangers. My graveyard was stacked at the end of my turn. Before I even comboed off with anything, my graveyard was stacked.
I just like it for the option.
Side deck
I like
stuff.
that for
3 Called by the Grave. Just in case, I thought I might need it and never really ended up needing it. They Ash a draw spell every once in a while, but I've usually had more draw spells, so I just draw spell into another draw spell and keep going and going.
In other words, you'd rather be scared of like a Droll and Lock instead of an Ash.
Yes, that Draw and Lock would kill me. Draw and Lock would kill me, and no one played it. I guess it's just not that popular. This
Last format it really wasn't popular at all.
it wasn't, and it's good though. It would have killed me.
Okay.
3 Twin Twisters just for back row stuff. I never played any back row decks. Gren Maju Stone was probably the closest one, and he I don't know. He solemn Judgment a couple times, but playing Dangers, you just summon another card, and
Just keep going.
just keep going. I decided it in one time and used it one time against Cosmo Play.
Okay.
3 System Down just for Orcust. Never played Orcust.
But
That was there just in case. Same thing for the Lancia. Never sided it in. Never had to. And then the best card in the side deck, the one that came in handy the most, was Nibiru. Man, he came in clutch a lot. I see him so often. And there's also a cool little combo that you can do with Phantasme and Nibiru. I actually did it against a Crusadia player. His last summon, it was like his 7th summon, was a Crusadia Equinox. And it was the only monster he had on field, so he summoned it. Phantasme. Okay. Chain Nibiru. Okay. Special summon Nibiru, tribute all the monsters on the field, give him a token, special summon Phantasme, and draw 1 card for free. Don't have to put anything back. I actually did that one time. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's the deck, guys.
I'm letting Jamie play solitaire.
All right. You got any other shout outs that you want to say?
Yeah, I gotta shout out the crew, the Fort Smith crew. We all went there together, most of us, but the people that couldn't make it, Josh McNeese couldn't make it. But shout outs to him, shout outs to Hayden, Douglas, Grant. This is his channel. Subscribe. Jamie Hamby, Jonathan Golden, Gordon Tharp, who's the owner of Kingdom of Cards. That's like my home base card shop. It's a really cool place. A lot of cool people show up.
Downtown Fort Smith.
Downtown Fort Smith. Check it out.
Because the characters that are hard
You got Jason, who was there with us. He also played Orcust.
Ganon is almost damn near impossible.
Kaiju Kev.
Yeah, he's one of the hardest characters.
He came. He played Orcust. But shout out to him. And I got to shout out my brothers Wade and Shane. They're super supportive of me, and they're proud that I got this win. My first ever invite.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I had a fun time. It was. Can't wait to go to the next one.
All right.
He won't talk about the next one.
one last thing, because this is kind of late in the week, and we just got the new ban list. How do you feel that would affect your deck the way you play it?
You know, I've actually tried it today without the Harp Horror, which got banned. It actually still works, not as consistent. I'd like to see it, but still, it still plays the way I want it to. It's still OTKs, but the mind control kind of sucks. There was Nessie got hit too. There were about 5 cards out of my deck got hit, and that doesn't completely kill it, but I still wanted to use. I knew the ban list was coming, so I just wanted to try Orcust one time before the ban list, and I wanted to give Gren Maju a top. So.
All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to the next one. You're going to go to the Tulsa UDS?
I might do that, and but I'm really looking forward to the Kansas regional. I'm gonna try to go there with my brother. He lives in Kansas right now, so we're gonna try to hit that one up if we can. 4-hour drive. Hopefully it's worth it.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.